Hi, it's Betsy at iStampC and want to share a journal I made earlier this year from, I want to say 3 months ago, from a French onion soup box which I recycled. So on the side, I used a die cut and stamps from Innovative Stamp Creations, my former online stamp store, and these are hair ties that you can get a bunch out here. Well, if you have a dollar store, because I know I have international followers, but I thought that was pretty cool. I did see that technique from another creator, and I thought it was really, really cool. So I will open this up, and let's take a tour of this cool creation. On the front, I used almost all the digitals from, I think it's Santini digitals, and I will absolutely list the link below. But this is a stamp that I believe I got at Hobby Lobby, which I added embossing powder. I colored the inside of the bumblebee with an embossing pen, and then I added the embossing ink. This is a digital that I added Art Nouveau, the Nouveau Crystal Glaze. This stuff is pretty cool. I mean, if you have glossy accents, you can also use that as well. I added a couple of beads to accent the cover, and then on the inside, I added a little tuck spot. The majority of the digitals are from this kit, and these are all, this Cherish stamp is from my former line, and all these little envelopes, I don't know where I got them, but I did shop my stash and I just cut a bunch of different die cuts for the person that will be receiving this to add additional pages and whatnot to this journal. So this is a little bit of fabric that I tore, and I added a pin. If they want to add this to their journal, they may. I'll put this to the side. So there's all these little, for example, the little, these are, I got this at Joanne Fabrics, and they sell it by the yard, I think. But this isn't in the front of the journal, the cover. And then I took a bunch of these tags, and I know white is really hard to, it causes the camera to be blurry, but I don't know if you can see it. But I did emboss, almost. I did emboss the all these little tags, which is really cool. Okay, so that goes in there. Here is another pocket, and these are tags which I embellished with brads, and then I used other digital kits. I'm not quite sure who they are, but I added them here, and this is part of the digital kit for sure. This is something that I just put together. and I created this tab on the side with a punch, which is a future tutorial that I will share with you. And then I took these embellishments, and this is a little stamp. It says Art Seek. I also, this is part of that kit. This pocket, I believe, I'm not sure if it's part of the kit, or I might have traced the envelope from another kit, and I put some additional embellishments on the inside, in the inside, for the person to use. Here's another page, and I used newspaper print, I think, for the inside pages, and I purposely left a lot of them somewhat plain. I didn't want to make them too busy, so that way the person can journal, jot down, write things down, but there are many different tuck spots. For example, this clip, paper clip, will hold this tag that I made with some of the newsprint paper, and this paper clip will hold it in place. Then these are photo corners, so the person can tuck a little picture if they'd like. And here's another paper clip that I made from ribbon, and this here is actually the corner of an envelope. Yes. How cool is that? And this clip will hold it in place like so. And then this here is another tag with some of the newsprint paper that will just go over the page. And I made this back in May, if I recall correctly, and I just made this up. I don't know. It's a tag, which I'll have to share how I made that. And then I made a little pocket with some dangles. I added additional embellishment here. And then on the other end, I made another little tuck spot with some embellishments. And this will go like so. And I think I had it this way. Yes. And this paper clip holds it in place. I'll put this here. Then this is another digital that I coffee stained so that the person can journal if they'd like. And I just took a paper punch and cut 2 circles from the kit, added an eyelet, again a page tab, which is so cool and easy to make. I hope you've been following the page tabs for journal series. This is ancient. I don't even know how long ago I purchased this, but I know it was somewhere, I don't know, somehow, I think it was like 2004, 2005. This is like way back. I know I have a bunch of them, which I'll show you one of these days, where I keep my embellies. But it's really cool because you can use, you know, whether it's a picture or whatever you'd like to hold in place. I think that's pretty neat. And then here's another pocket from the kit. These are page tabs that I made, which I'll share, and I did stamp on that. Here's another embellishment that I made, and I will definitely list the digital creator to give them credit. And here's another over the page tag with some journaling pages. Goes like this. And then you slip it back in. Here's another paper clip that I used the Tim Holtz tiny attacher to clip the fabric or the ribbon in place. And I made a little envelope. I believe it's part of the kit. I'm not sure. I might have used something else to make this, because that's how I think. And put some words inside, some word fetty, that goes there. Another page tab with a journaling page for the person to use, and a few blank pages. And this is a paper punch that I used foam circles or squares to affix. And then I made another page tab with some words and some scraps of paper. Just trying to use hashtag all the things that we all have, or most of us have, in our stash. So here is a pocket, okay, and I do have, it's a guest check that I distressed and also inked. Oh, I used coffee stain. That's what I did. It goes in here. And then I made a little notebook with some blank pages. And again, use that butterfly paper punch. So that will go in here and it will stick out like so. And this page is so much fun. And I will definitely link the YouTube creator whom I visited and learned how to put this together, which is really neat. If you think of it, especially all the little different tuck spots. So this is something that I made from the kit. It's a postcard from the kit, which I cut in half, used a whale tail punch, added a brad, but also added some of the newspaper print paper and made a little writing spot. This goes in the front, which holds this really cool fold in place. So it goes like this. You open it and you have another pocket with a tag and a couple of tags. Oh, and I made another little one with a few more writing spots. I thought that was really cool to create. So, and then as I put this back, I'm going to show you that there's also, this is a clothing tag. I thought it was really neat that it kind of matches the color theme. And I added a few paper print pages so the person can journal and they could put it either in here or on the other side. Is that not wicked awesome? Yes. So that goes there. I mean, you could also add a pocket in the back if you'd like, but I chose not to. But again, the person who will be receiving this can do that. And I hope you've had a chance to look at the video that shows you how to make a writing board. So you would put this on the back page of the journal that you hope to jot things down, and this is how you would write. So that way you have a hard surface, and it won't bleed if you use, you know, depending on the ink or the pen that you're using. But I thought that was really cool. And I did add a little embellishment there, also in the back. And then last but not least, I made an envelope from this book that I'm using because I love the colors in the book. And I put all these really cool, and these are page tabs. Aren't these so cool? I'll definitely share this in a future video and give credit to the creator. I also added additional bits and pieces from the digital kit, and the envelope and so on. So this is it, sweet friends. Oh, one more thing, of course. These were so much fun to make, and it's a future video as well that I will share with you how I put this together. So this jumbo paper clip, I think I probably purchased it at Staples eons ago, but it goes like so. So it holds that in place. And this is it. I hope the person who will be receiving it will enjoy it. I surely had a wicked blast putting this together. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope it truly inspires you to use your stuff and look at your recycled boxes in a different light. So again, thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, be blessed.